It was a quiet day on the farm where our headquarters is located, and while Corey was busy bringing home the bacon, me and Charlie decided to venture down to the bottom of the yard, where vehicles of all shapes and sizes come together to rust away, slowly losing the hope that we'll ever get round to them. However, for one vehicle in particular, all that was about to change.
So here we are, the most neglected part of the farm and the collection, and as you can see behind us, this is the vehicle that we are going to be doing something special with. You might have seen it before if you've watched us for a while, because we did take it to the Neat and Car show, but since then it's sat in a field just like that for probably a year, maybe two. Burns, 2 years? A year?
Got 2 years since car show, isn't it?
Easily. You can go back, find the video, you'll see it there, but it's about 2 years that it's sat, not moved, so we've got a bit of work to actually get it moving. It doesn't run, and like I say, then we're going to do something special that we're kind of known for, take it somewhere where they don't want us around because we're not that posh. Find out what that is later.
This is the project in question, and it actually has a lot more history to it than just our one-man car show, because this surfer's dream car was created on actual television. It was built in 2007 on the well-known Discovery car show Chop Shop, which for those of you that don't know, Chop Shop was a show where an eccentric mechanic and a half-crazy designer and coach builder came together to build some weird and wonderful cars, including our own, which started life as a Volkswagen Polo. Well, 2 Volkswagen Polos welded together, that is.
Look at it, it's ideal.
You bought the worst fucking piece of shit junk from the wrecking yard.
It took them 3 weeks to build, and originally the plan was to turn the car into a Swan instead of a surfer's wagon.
Only great idea I have in my mind now, the Swan Car.
That is a piece of bleeding metal. How's this going to look like a bloody swan?
Leepu's original concept of a graceful 6-wheeled Swan Car has evolved into a long, curvy beach truck, rugged enough to bounce over the dunes and cool enough to cash in on the style-conscious surf market.
Bernie and Leepu showcased it in the 2007 Boardmasters Festival in Cornwall, where it drove across the beaches, but after this we're not sure what happened to the wagon until it popped up for sale years later in a yard in Blackpool, painted a different colour. Now, one thing we've always thought about this car is although it claims to be a surfer's dream vehicle, it doesn't do what surfers love, and that's hit the water itself. So we've had an idea. What if we were to not only make this work on land, but also on water?
I think it's just revolutionary. Everyone's going to take off this. Brilliant.
Back at the farm, we'd just about managed to drag out the Super Surfer from the weeds and into the unit, ready to decide how to tackle this big project ahead. However, things were already off to a bad start as our lead mechanic Corey noticed a few more serious issues that may have slipped our minds.
No,
not really. It's bad under here.
Yeah?
It's got a hell of a lot worse than the last time I looked under it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's happened?
It's gone rotten to shit.
That's always been rotten, hasn't it?
Not that bad. No, it hasn't, because this is where I've prepared the last hole. Just wants cutting out and foam putting in there.
Yeah?
Yeah, just literally just cut that out to there and slot foam all the way into it.
Yeah, it works for me.
Because it's fucked.
Alright, go steady.
What's happened to it?
It's been on a farm for a couple of years.
No, it was the beach that killed it.
Oh yeah, the beach really wouldn't have helped.
Tailgate's going to be awkward. Didn't realise it's made out of wood.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realise, I totally forgot it.
Yeah, it's what it is.
Yeah. To make another one, haven't we?
Yeah. Someone might have backed into a lamppost.
Who's that?
I'm not naming any names.
Probably me.
Oh, it probably was you. Probably was you.
As it goes.
Someone rammed an Argo cat into the lights as well.
Probably me. Probably.
Something to do with you, it was.
Yeah, probably. All this, we could have tank cutter it and fill that full of foam. So it's all like one piece there, and straight in.
Yeah, we'll get in there somewhere or other. That was always scraped, I think.
It wasn't. No, it wasn't.
A large front bumper area to fill.
Yeah.
You've got a very small radiator, right?
Mm-hmm.
Never going to run long enough to get fucking...
Well, Bernie built that engine.
Well, he rebuilt it, yeah. That's the beauty of it.
we had to add this bit to the SJ.
Yeah, and he's already got it.
Leave it up.
Yeah, where's the bonnet from?
Somewhere. There.
How's that got Ben? Oh yeah, that's how you do it, isn't it?
That is how you do
I'm
it,
not
yeah.
sure. But
It is, 'cause-
I don't believe you. It's like a Boeing.
Well, Leepu put the wing in the way of the bloody bonnet prop, didn't he? I think I'll probably bring this bit of mesh forward.
What, to like there?
Yeah, use that stainless.
We've got that
mesh.
stainless mesh, yeah. Rivet it into there with the holes,
And
and
then
then fill that full of foam in it.
Yeah.
Do you plan to build the wood so that you can't see the bottom, so it's got like a flush?
Yeah, I think so.
It's just like a hull, essentially.
Yeah. It caused so much drag, all the water swishing
Around that engine, yeah.
I think we'll have to take the seats out, whip the carpet out, and see what the state of the floor's in.
Yeah, not great. I can answer that question. Not great. Nothing a bit of fiberglass and foam won't sort out. Or a bit of patching, it don't really make no difference. But I think the seats and carpet's got to come out.
It'd be nice to have it looking inside. 'Cause the thing is, you're never going to see the door shut anyway. But it'd be nice to have it.
I'd like it to look like a car when you look in, wouldn't it?
With some planning and a lot of worrying done later, we got to work removing the interior and chopping up the old exhausts so we could reroute it somewhere it wouldn't drown. But before Burns could start welding up any holes, we decided to try and address the running issues, the main one being that it didn't run at all, and we had a feeling that it might have something to do with that pesky old carb.
Do you think that's the problem?
Yes, I do. I'm quietly confident that that's the problem.
I don't want you to be quietly confident. I want you to be loudly confident.
But even if we've lost the power, we can just power it back up. As long as we've got that sensor working, which isn't because you've set it on fire. That's what controls. That's the fuel metering, isn't it? It's controlling the fuel.
How does that thing meter?
Well, I don't fucking know, do I? I just know that is exactly what our problem is, and you've had it on fire.
Well, it was on fire. I'll give you that.
Sensor is definitely, whether it mists in there or it deals with something, doesn't it? It deals with something. But what we got an issue with is it just hold the throttle welded shut like that.
Open.
That's why they open. Just been put a cable tie around it.
Something wrong with the engine.
It's that module thing.
You sure?
Yes. It is fucked.
I think you should be getting different power down these wires.
Right. You stand aside.
That's going to do nothing, is it? You don't even know how to work it, do you?
Stick one of these probes in your fucking arse.
Cool, that, isn't it?
Fucking stupid.
Look, it's having a fucking spaz attack, isn't it?
It means.
Oh, up. Oh, yeah. Fucking point them to the sky. That is just garbage, isn't it? Absolute fucking bin fodder.
He's paid good money for that.
No, but look at it, it's saying volts, there's no fucking volts.
Static electricity around here.
Static?
Static electricity.
Fucking hell, you get frazzled to death on fucking them volts, it's saying. I ain't got fucking 14 volts, 12 volts plugged into my fucking thumbs. Oh, I'm a jump pack now, am I? What is this fucking shit? This'll tell you what's going on.
That's your one from Poundland, is it, Burns?
Yeah, it's fucking brilliant, this is. This tells you all the fucking important stuff. Volts and stuff. Don't make up volts. You wade it around and it gets volts. Yeah, fucking 1.2 amps or milliamps now we on. Fucking, you ain't even got a cunting clue, have you?
As the snap-on tool bay continued and the wait for another carb was on, we spent the next week welding holes, fixing bodywork and sticking foam anywhere we could find a gap. A towing eye was put on the front just in case we needed one, and we covered the bottom of the engine bay with a new metal splash guard. There was also more fires caused by a certain welder, but just in case everything went up in flames, Charlie had a plan and a few new unit purchasings to help.
Yeah. Shrewd deal.
Gaz,
Hello.
bought your coffin.
A coffin? Oh, lovely. That's quite stylish. Should we get the ceremony over with now then? Might as well.
They're aeroplane coffins.
So whoever wants to be cryogenically frozen's in this one. Maybe last 1,000 years.
Again, right? I mean, that's alright. That's a nice one.
That's a more natural one, I think. That's your budget one, isn't it?
Got a little lock on it, just in case your dead relative wants to escape or something.
Vampires.
Yeah.
That's what that's for, vampires.
You want to get into me dead? Have a go being dead. Go on, have a go being dead. See how
I like the viewing window. How does a viewing window open?
You want to be dead?
I don't know now that it's in front of me. So this is like if you haven't had your face blown off.
Yeah.
You've got the option to
be viewed.
I'm dead.
Have a go, Sid. Go and be dead.
I don't want to be dead.
Go on.
I'm alright. It's not brand new, is it?
Oh, I was in it.
I thought we were confident the boat car was going to work.
I'll be dead again.
I always thought it'd be some like nice velvet like this, not just chicken bedding. I suppose when you're dead, you don't really. What is it? A used coffin? Is it?
Yeah.
Had it out of the ground. You chuck Margaret to the curb. Yeah. That's what you do, isn't it? When they die, you throw the flowers on. Got you some flowers. You just locked him in there.
There you go, you're locked in, boss.
That's pretty locked in. Bet it's pretty dark in there.
In the end, we decided not to bury Corey because we still needed all hands on deck, especially from our lead mechanic. So he went back to finishing the bodywork repairs and Burns carried on welding up holes in the hopes we could start spraying some interior foam and build a new tailgate soon.
Burns, what's that you're sort of putting on doing?
Seam sealer. Seals the seams.
Bit of extra protection.
Yeah. Cars leak anyway, but cars that have been chopped up and welded back together.
Tend to have a...
It's two cars all together, are ya?
That's what the MOT history says. See what these spacers are all about. Just one spacer.
Oh my god, they're colossal.
Ooh!
Oh, that ain't what I think it is, is it? Oh, it is. That's brilliant.
What is it?
Look at this. What do you think that is?
That's the fuel cap for the other bit of Polo.
It is.
Oh my fucking god, it is!
Now that the seams are sealed and the mocking was done for the time being, Burns got back to building a new tailgate, and here he is to tell you exactly why.
Making a new tailgate because the old one there was a pickup truck, so you meant to drop the tailgate, which left quite a big gap around the edge, and it was round tube, which is awkward to weld round a seal.
And not too handy for the boat engine, I imagine, is it?
No, it was about a wooden middle as well. I could have, but he put the steel in it, but it was just awkward. It's just easier to make an entire new one. Put them somewhat about here-ish. Not really to trim it on down, it's a bit big. I'll prune a little bit off him. He's a bit too big. Just strengthening for the boat engine. Got 25 rampant stallions to be pulling on this back door.
Sit down for a minute to check the phone, and what have you done?
Oh, it all caught fire, didn't it?
Did you burn the paintwork?
Oh, the paintwork is burnt to a crisp.
Nearly set the whole thing on
blackened.
fire.
It's fully blackened, it is.
Fuck's sake.
It's been on fire, John.
Oh my god! That was on fire for a while.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
The phone's gone all.
It's alright, because I was on the phone, and what were you doing, Burns?
I was inside arguing with him about. Oh, that's.
Well, this is why we don't argue with each other.
Luckily, we managed to put the flames out just in time to start the interior foaming, which was all up to Corey, because if it doesn't float, well, we all know he's getting blamed.
of filling the car full of foam for its buoyancy, so I'm getting it all in all the holes in the sills and all the bits we can. In a minute I'll be doing all the whole floor so I can put the carpet back in.
And we're just putting the carpet back over the floor.
Over the floor, yeah. Look how thick this stuff is. Oh, look at your arm! Let me touch
He's a mutant!
Ooh,
You've been hanging around Chernobyl too long.
Foaming up nicely.
yeah.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Right, what we're doing today is we've filled the entire door. It's a bit stuck because it's foamed up. Yeah, it's nearly there. I've taken the door card off. All inside is filled with foam and Celotex, and then I put the door card back on. The same to the rear. And if you're looking here, you can see.
We are going to
get a theory of what I've kept one because I know Gaz was going to run a little bit late, so I didn't put that door card on, so you get to see what we were doing.
just so they got some of the build
Got
to
some
watch.
of the build. All the entire, as you can see, it's leaking out.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice that when I come in.
No, I didn't.
So there are all the little holes we missed and didn't know about, or?
No, this is because I filled this up. There must have just been two little holes that were there, but this is all now full of foam. Same as the other side. Charlie's on the tailgate. This is all full.
So both sides are foamed already then?
That's
Brilliant.
stuck and don't not open anymore.
Oh no, I forgot to show them how the filler cap was. Oh well.
It's full of foam now.
With the time now ticking on, we needed to start turning the back into something a little more boat-like, and Burns already had a few good ideas up his sleeve.
I can't go over much higher than that because it'll be sticking up over this. I don't want that. It's got to be sort of flush with that.
So you're going to put the bilge pump switches on there?
I think so, yeah. If we have them here, or if we can could have them there in a line. 1, 2, 3.
You don't want them that.
Don't want them there because it'll get snapped off with people
Yeah,
walking.
we're walking over that way, aren't we?
From.
Firm believer in greasing your own shaft even.
Yeah, you don't want another man greasing your shaft in ideal one.
Get a close up on that snap-on spanner as he turns it. Model the snap-on spanner for us, sis.
He's in it.
36 mil. Snap off. Fucking robbery. Good hammer, that's all that'll make. Jack crashed his boat because the plastic was getting problems on it. He's replaced
So the
plastic.
exact thing we've got Jack crashed with. What are you about to destroy?
Just taking parts off one of the other boats, but it's on the roof. Because of course. Why wouldn't it be on the roof?
Well, because we ran out of space everywhere else.
Taking the throttle and the gear linkage cables off this.
So that's two boats we've sacrificed for the cause.
Well, yeah, a little bit. Throttle and the gears.
Here's one he prepared earlier.
Well, that's a better angle.
Beautiful.
It's a bit of a trip hazard, I'll give you that.
Seat will be there though, won't it?
Not quite there, it'll be the get in part.
Shouldn't the get in part have been on this side?
The idea is to have a bench seat because they have passengers.
Oh,
There's a small seat there.
To hop in behind the small seat.
Someone strolled into there and I know it was.
I told you it was happening.
What's gone down there? What was it?
Yeah, there's a few.
What's gone down there? What was it? I don't even know what it is, but it's gone.
I've cut some holes in it.
Oh, there it is. Oh my god.
What is it?
Well, there's a DeWalt battery,
Don't box that in.
You leave the battery.
Yeah, he's boxed his DeWalt battery in. There's a switch in there, brand new in the box.
Is this all for good luck, is it?
A good flat bait screwdriver. Yeah.
Corey's snack wraps he's been ordering. Hello.
Hey, well.
Doing?
Not about you.
Oh, I'm well, all well.
He worries that we ain't got enough time.
Yeah, I'm having a calamity that he's thinking about time we haven't got. And I'm trying to break down to the board that I've glamorously made. I haven't got a glamorous assistant to show the board, so you just have to deal with me. Less glamorous. Right, you ready? You listen, I've got your full undivided attention.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing well.
Bags of time, haven't we?
Right, so we've got Terry's trailer to fix.
Yeah.
I need a day and a half, but you've skimmed me down to a day.
Yeah. Only start late then.
Okay. Test the boat motor, you said 10 minutes, yeah?
Yeah, 10 minutes. Very much.
For 10 minutes for what?
Just test the engine.
Just a quick 10 minute.
Yeah.
Wheels and seats, you said half a day. Yeah?
If that.
Paint it, I need a day. I need a day to paint it.
You can't have a day.
Well, I need a day. What can I have?
Not long.
We're gonna go for a day, we'll argue that later. Fit the pumps, tanks and throttle.
Yeah, it won't take long.
Couple of hours?
Oh, 20 minutes at most.
2 hours. The hull?
Oh, that won't take long.
Half a day.
No.
Half a day. Front bumper.
He's give you half hour for that one.
Front bumper.
Yeah, it won't take long.
About half a day. Wash it, probably 30 minutes.
So what scores on the doors?
1 day. 2 days. 3 days. About 4 days.
Well, we've got a week, so you've leave plenty of time.
We haven't really got a week, have we? I want to leave here Friday with, like, still working on it while it's on the trailer, while you're driving to Henley.
Plenty to do.
Don't you worry.
There's some worry.
And then the most important one on the board as well.
What's that?
Sink.
Sink.
Or not sink.
Sink or swim.
Oh, and drive the plan. I've put a spanner into the works, and
Not
we're
more
losing
spanners.
half a day today to go and pick up another car.
And tomorrow is off-roading, isn't it?
No, I've done.
You drew the line.
I've drew the line on the off-roading. He still wants to party like we've got time.
We've always got
We
time.
haven't got time. We can't afford to lose a day off-roading.
Things seemed to be going better than usual for this build and work was cracking on. That was until Mr. Manic decided to throw a curveball in the works and started trying to chop off his own limbs.
What have you bloody done?
Come here, I'm just angle grinding through it.
Ready?
With more choice than any other
At least we could say you put your blood, sweat and tears into it now.
Tears are coming soon.
On today's episode of That's Fucked Up.
That fucked up is fucked up.
That's fucked up.
Oh, the blood.
Oh, it's the blood pumping.
That's probably enough blood, those.
Once we'd patched Burns' blood fountain up, it was back to the action with a new step for the rear, while Corey was starting to show signs of ocean madness.
We've all got crazy. Japanese, I really think so. Think so.
The foaming job was finished up, including sealing the doors, and we began putting the interior in as Burns got the new carbon fuel pump ready to go.
It used to be running on single point injection, but that's broken.
Why is it broken?
I don't know why it's broken, it's just broken.
As long as it's got that sensor working, which isn't because you've set it on fire.
So we took that off, and now we put what I believe to be a Weber carb on it. Bit of fettling, that fits a treat. So the original fuel pump was high pressure, and this one is
Facebook Marketplace.
Best crimps on the market.
Are you fucking sponsored by Snap-on or something?
Well, if you can zoom in on the badge, it does say Snap-on.
Despite a desperate bid to get the car ready for the road test, the chop shop is strangely quiet, and unusually, the bodywork and engine are being worked on simultaneously.
Gaz, recording the cable tie you've just put on. It's just for the choke, for the time being, practice choker. Someone want to man the throttle?
On here, yeah.
It's to my side.
This side, isn't it? There, isn't it?
Yeah. Watch your eyes.
That's just grinding foam.
It's not, it's about squealing because the alternator's not turning.
You don't get that alternator unfoamed, which is going nowhere.
Do you know about the big oil pool under the car now? Yeah, there's a slight spot there is.
What's that?
Dunno. Cold? Really big oil, isn't it?
Power steering?
Bits of water in it. Smells like petrol, isn't it?
Is it a bit oily though?
Can't be engine oil, it's really hot, isn't it? Oh, the engine oil is a weird colour.
Well, if it's engine oil, where's it leaking from?
Why is engine oil leaking out?
Calamity strikes. Could have really done without this. Cover's got to come off. Really could have done without this. Not all day Friday. No, we haven't got all day Friday.
We have to leave on Friday.
Yeah, but I mean, we'll leave Friday at some stage. Just relax. It's just a minor engine.
Well, you don't know it's a crank seal yet.
Well, I think it probably is.
Let me have a look. I ain't convinced.
Now Burns has just called me over to do a bit of parts harvesting, so that means there's going to be a part somewhere right at the back of this unit that's impossible to get.
No, it's fine.
Let's find out. Are you sure? Oh, well, alright, I'll give you that. It's...
Not the kid's bike! That was the kid's Christmas gift!
I was about to say I'll give you that, it's not at the back of the unit, but what's Angel going to do now?
What's that for?
We need a bit of pipe.
Well, yeah, but
There's no pipe available!
We've got
cutting up saleable things!
we've got pipes in.
Stop cutting my things!
So let's see what you destroyed that bike for, shall we?
Just need it for doing that.
Just that was it, literally
That's
that.
perfect. That is absolutely perfect fit. The bicycle still works, don't worry.
Does it?
It will do, won't
Are
it?
you going to ride it?
Working fine. Still works it.
What?
Still works.
Oh yeah, let the children ride that until he snaps the swing
It's
arm.
alright, don't worry, that's fine, that is.
So basically, we come to start the engine because we wanted to plumb, see if there's any holes in the exhaust, and plumb if there were. And after we had it running for what, about 5 minutes?
Probably a bit less than that.
But we were happy with everything. Turned it off for it to be hoofing oil out from the homemade under tray that's full of expanding foam. So it was a bit of a disaster. So having to strip that down to, well, Charlie thought, could have been the crank seal after.
It was the crank seal, it was
Yeah, it was coming out the crank seal, so we were all ready to strip the engine down and put more pressure on us. But then we noticed that someone, not pointing any fingers,
I think it was you.
you, the only foam job you did, you used too much foam. And the only corner he foamed, he like skiz more. Come the next morning, you couldn't even see the whole entire wheel arch. May have been 2 ohms too much, but it was just a block breather, so we unblocked that, and we're all good to go again.
So it works. No oil on the floor.
No oil on the floor.
Not
No
gonna
more
kill
oil
any
in the River
swans.
Thames. No floating fish and all this like halibut and cod will be floating everywhere. No, we're all right.
Now that the oil leak had took almost a day off the schedule, we really needed to get a move on, as that Friday deadline was looming in the background and Corey was still trying not to cut any corners.
Too smooth. Get me a chisel. Get me a chisel because
It needs a little skim.
No skims required. No more
Just tidy
skim.
that up in the app. I can't do no more.
Over here, I'll show you where to do over here. Just one skim down there. A little bit in there. One skim.
But
that's over here,
yeah, but there was none there because you burnt it out.
No, well, yeah, that's what I mean. Don't do over here. This requires none.
But you need to kind of lose it a little bit.
No, it's fine. Just down here. Down there. Take your screws out, make that big.
Please.
No.
Oh, at least it ain't going to be painted for another 2 weeks. Today?
He's about to snap. For schedule.
Plenty of time. Plenty. Absolutely.
Says him who hasn't got to paint it and do loads of other things as well as put a trailer back together. But no, I'll let you know later.
Well, me and Burns are thinking about having a day off tomorrow.
You can all fuck off. No one's having any days off. No time. There's need time.
There's
for
need
breaks.
time.
I wish we could. If there was days off, I'd take one myself. I would.
But there's need time.
There's need breaks. Listen, if it's the last near thing you ever hear again in your life, there's need breaks till next week.
It's actually Wednesday morning today and we've got to leave on Friday, so that doesn't leave a lot of room to get it primed, painted, get the wheels back on, finish the dashboard with the boat side of it. What else we got to do? What else we got to do, Sid?
Everything.
There's not a lot of time to do everything, so stay tuned. Hopefully we manage to get this working and ready in a couple of days, but who knows, it's us, so might see you next year.
No.
What's up?
Fucking stressed, alright?
Scared he is.
It's the moment of truth, though.
It's a bit wet in places. I have to get it wiped down with some paper.
Don't tell him it's wet.
It's flying down more.
No, I don't.
It does though.
Bit of texture's nice, isn't it?
I'm on the edge now.
Yeah, alright, wasn't it?
Nowhere near ready to paint.
Well, there's nothing we can do, is there? It's too late. It's Wednesday, we set sail on Friday.
Oh! I dread to see what it's going to come out like.
Unfortunately, with time running out, Corey's hand was forced and he had no choice but to start painting, whether he liked it or not.
As you can see, one of the issues of getting Corey to rush the job in like a day or two is there's still water in some of the little holes and pockets, so as he's spraying, he's starting to find a bit of water in there. So Burns is now on the rag job while Corey's spraying to try and get rid of the water. And Corey is not best pleased.
No cheese? No.
In the gun, cheese?
No, get away with the cheese unless it's putting it on a burger.
No, but in the gun, we got it.
No cheese. No, get away.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's good cheese.
Yeah, I know it is. It's nice on a burger.
Corey's went past the joking stage at this point. How do you reckon it's going so far, Sid?
Not great.
About as bad as you thought it would, or?
Yeah, shit.
It doesn't look too bad. I know what you're going to say. I know you'll keep saying it, but it doesn't look as bad as it could have. It's a lovely colour. It's currently Friday. We have a couple of hours or a few hours left to finish the whole entire project, get loaded up, get it washed and get on our way to Henley. I've been running around trying to find Sid some socks. Corey's not here, but Charlie and Aaron have been working on getting the bilge pumps wired up, fixing the engine because there was a slight issue with the engine. Just snagging stuff really, we're trying to get it ready. Aaron,
Yeah.
do you think we're going to be ready?
I will be ready.
Burns?
Yeah, definitely.
So everyone's confident, we think we're going to get there. And will it sink or swim? Who knows? But final bits going on now.
With only hours left, we ran around like headless chickens, trying to get the last few bits in order, including some fine new vinyls, all in time for one last calamity.
There he is!
How's it getting key?
What for this?
You've had it away.
What for the boat?
Yeah, it's gone. How are you for some miracles there, Sid? You got any miracles in that bag?
So when you finish, I'll have a miracle.
What have you done with it? You took it out.
That's what I said.
What have you done with it?
I thought I'd put it back in.
Well, you didn't.
Yeah, it did not. Sid, where are these miracles?
Oh, put out my arse. What the fuck have you done with it? Right, I'll see you in a bit.
Leave that key alone now it's been found. You come back here.
I'm going to take you down the bottom of the yard for a bit.
The time had ran out for our little project, but with the keys found in the nick of time, Burns drove out the unit for the first ever time in the wagon, and we loaded up ready to hit the road to Henley.
As you can see, we finally made it. It's loaded. It's not really washed, but you gave it a quick polish. We'll do any sort of washing there, but it's done. It worked. Charlie managed to drive it out of the unit and nothing went wrong. A bit of smoke out the back of the engine bay, but nothing to worry about now. We're pretty much ready to crack a few beers open when we get there, have a good night's sleep, and hopefully in the morning set sail.
On the next Red State Connection, we find out if all our efforts would pay off or if we'd be sleeping with the fishes as we showcase our project at the Henley-on-Thames Traditional Boat Festival. Ed Shiner stops by to have a look at our creation and give us some advice.
Shops that had a little bit of studding welded on top of them. Might be worth checking that.
I think so, yeah.
We also become friends with a couple fellows that helped us out of a few sticky situations.
How many times you saved us so far?
Every time.
And there's even talks of an award.
I don't know whether anybody's noticed, but there's been something out on the river that looks like two Volkswagen Polos bolted together with an outboard motor on the back.
So make sure you hit subscribe, turn them notifications on, and get ready to see part 2 of when Red State went to Henley.